How's it going, everyone? Welcome to CNC Auto Works. Today we're going to be working on my 07 Classic Sierra. I got some goodies in for it. This is a powerstop big brake kit. There's two reasons that I decided to go ahead and do this. One was my friend over at 4Low _ DIY. He'd put a set of these on his extended cab truck, and I kind of like the way they look. Look like they'd do a lot better work, but from the second I got this truck, I've actually had some brake issues. It feels kind of soft. And then when my little brother had done some tuning for me on the transmission, I asked him to idle it up because sometimes it's idling so low when you turn, it vibrate real bad like it was trying to die. So he upped the RPM 100, and right away I noticed that, hey, this thing don't want to stop. It was already harder to stop. We're planning on building a pretty healthy little 5.3 for this. Big cam, high compression. So we're going to have to up the RPM another 100, if not 150. So we need some oil power, and I'm going to do that before we ever even set this motor in there. Started kind of unboxing some of this stuff. The caliper's pretty much dwarf what's on the truck. We're going to go ahead and do the front right now. This kit's the big brake kit. It's got 13-inch rotors. It's got dual piston calipers for the back. I do believe the front's already dual piston, but I'm not crazy about the red, but I usually paint all my rotors and my calipers black. Not the full rotor, guys. But, you know, the part that rusts. But we're going to get this stuff put on here, and we're going to see if it's worth the flip. Hopefully. I don't want, just in case it don't work, I'm going to leave everything what color it is right now. And later I'll go back and probably shoot these black, because I'm not crazy about red rotors.
That's a little bit of difference.
Well, the back's where all the difference is. This kit, found this kit on Summit. I believe my friend over at 4Low, his name's Ralph, he got his off of Rock Auto. But I paid on Summit, it was basically $800 for the kit plus tax, and then $150 core charge. You're supposed to send your all your stock stuff back, your stock calipers, or not your rotors, just your stock calipers. But you can already tell how much bigger the calipers are on the new stuff. I've ran a set of drilled and slotted rotors one time, and they weren't that great. So I guess we'll give this a shot and see how it goes.
I mean, they aren't like fully drilled. They're just like, I think I got them worse than that.
Yeah, they do.
That's like semi-drilled.
Let's get this thing apart and sort these parts out and see what we got. Well, we got some stuff unboxed, and we found everything that goes on the driver's side for now. We're gonna get these off. I actually did call powerstop because when you're ordering these, it's either for a hybrid, a Denali, or the SLEs, SLs. And according to them, SLs and SLEs don't have rear disc brakes, but this one definitely does. And the only reason it really does is because we got this rear end out of a junkyard because I wanted disc brakes on the back. But I even looked up the model that the rear end came out of, and they said it had drum brakes. So I just took a chance and I ordered Denali brakes. Hopefully they work. The fronts did have the same part number. The rear I couldn't tell, and powerstop didn't know. They wasn't no help. Apparently all their staff is just keyboard warriors. They either look it up and it tells you, or they don't know. So we're gonna do the front and be a day or two before the posi carrier gets in for the back. Before we do the back, we're just gonna wait for the carrier because we got to pull the axles to put the carrier in, so we might as well just do it all one shot. But we're gonna get this on here and see what it looks like, see if we have any troubles, see if everything fits, and go from there. Got it back together.
Already stops better.
Yeah. Well, I already started lying to you guys. Basically, that bracket and that caliper are factory GM. They just squirted a little paint on there. So really, I should have talked DIY more, or maybe he didn't even know, I don't know. 4-low DIY. But really all I should have bought on the front was the rotor, because the caliper and bracket's exactly the same. So I really bought that for nothing.
Got red paint.
They're the same size, same everything. I guess I just paid a lot of money for red paint because my calipers are still good. So the only place I'm winning on this kit probably is the rotors and the back. The back is going to be an upgrade, but I should have just put rotors on the front and painted my own calipers. So I wouldn't necessarily jump into a kit. I'd probably just buy rotors, unless you just want everything fresh. Eaton carrier showed up, so we're gonna be able to get both wheels spinning on this thing and go ahead and do the back brakes all at the same time. I've got a chance to drive it while I'm waiting on the carrier. I can honestly say there isn't no braking difference, it don't seem like. I'm really hoping the back's gonna change things. It might brake just a tad better, but it's probably just because it's a little bit better pad on the front. I mean, these rotors are the same as stock. I did get a chance to talk to Ralph from 4-low DIY, and he said the 05 and up, the front's really not an upgrade. And on the other ones, the 04 and down or 03 and down, it's actually an upgrade from them. So if you're really interested in figuring out some more stuff, you might watch some of his videos. I'm not really doing a great job of videoing. I just want to give everybody a end result to see if it is better or isn't better, and see if it's actually worth the money. But we're going to get this carrier out, get the axles out, or I guess the axles got to come out for the carrier. Get these axles pulled out, get the carrier in, and then we can get back to the brakes. We got our Eaton carrier, got the bearings pressed on, got the ring gear on and torqued. Gonna throw it back in, we can get back on these brakes, and hopefully we can stop. Because if it keeps stopping like it is, I'm gonna be afraid when it gets a little added power, to be honest. These brakes make it feel like this truck weighs more than it actually does. If you're wondering where I picked up this carrier, we get all of our differential parts off eBay from a place called Quick Performance. Guy, he'll take care of you. He's got great customer service. If anything's ever wrong, he will replace it pretty much overnight. We've gotten into a couple instances where, you know, Ford being Ford on a 9-inch, they got 3 different size bearings. And if you try to guess what they are when you buy the kit before you tear it apart, you usually bite you in your rear. And that guy's quick to replace it, even if it is, you know, your fault. He's quick to replace it. He's a great guy, a great place to do business with. Well, we got the axle slid back in there. He's putting a cover on right now, getting it cleaned up. I threw the rotors on, and I don't know what's going on, but this isn't much of an upgrade for my truck. Maybe it's supposed to be an upgrade for the earlier models, but these rotors are actually still the same diameter. It's supposed to be 13-inch rotors and a big upgrade, but mine are exactly the same size. New one is a little thicker, but they're the same size. So for this $1,000, all I really gained was drilled and slotted rotors and 2 piston rear calipers. That's all I gained out of it on my unit. So we're gonna get this thing put together and laugh at these ugly red calipers for a while and see if we got any leaks and make sure everything works. And then if everything works, I'll give a review in a couple weeks, see how that's gonna work, and go ahead and paint these calipers black. There they are in all their glory. all their power stop and glory. I'm going to make a video in a couple weeks, tell you what I really think. As of right now, for what I spent, I'm not super impressed. I want to really do it again, as like I said, I think I could have got basically the same stopping power if I would have just switched to a better pad. We'll see how the rotors hold up. I can tell you, from what little I've drove this thing, I drove about 200 miles, and it's got a ton of brake dust already. And those brake pads are supposed to be pretty much no brake dust, but it's supposed to be carbon brake pad, but it definitely has a lot of brake dust for no more stopping than I've done. I mean, most of them 200 miles are actually highway miles. But I want to thank everybody for watching, and if you are interested in this kit, check out 4low_DIY. He's got the same kit, and he went about it a little differently than me. I'd say if you got the 05 and up, I would probably just buy these rear calipers and the rotors. I wanted to buy the entire kit. I would just kind of source it piece by piece. But thanks everybody for watching. Until next time, we'll catch you guys later.